Now let's go ahead and we're going to keep this completely disconnected from the movie at the moment. Let's come back over here to actor classes and let's close this up. Let's close pawn up. Let's come down here to triggers, grab a generic trigger, and how about we'll just right click right there, add trigger here. Let's go ahead and come into its properties, and the event is going to be what? Start action. Okay?
Oh yeah.
So we'll send out start action, and remember I want to go ahead and make sure that be hidden
is false.
You got it, so that I can see it. So with that in place, let's go ahead and save and jump into the game and see what's going on. Okay, so let's go ahead and minimize some of this stuff in here, and good, and into the game, and almost there. All right, so here we go. I did fire. There we go. Hurry.
Play.
All right, so we're not going to hit that trigger. Instead, we're going to come running over here, down. All right.
There she is.
There she is. She's minding her own business. Everything's nice and good. But we've got some problems. Well, and that's before I even hit this guy down here. First of all, the pose. That is not the pose that she begins in for kicking. Okay, this is the reference pose in which she was saved out at, and it was the beginning of the flip sequence, not the kick sequence. This is where those one-frame sequence animations are going to become very important in just a second. The second problem is also pretty obvious. She needs to go see a doctor. She has got a growth issue right now. She's got a default inventory. She's got a weapon sticking through her hand. A weapon. We don't want that. But let's see if the animation is going to work. So first thing we're going to be looking for is that she's going to snap. So here we go. Snap. We don't like the snap. Snap's not good. But she's doing her thing. And the growth is through her hand. Definitely not good. But check that. Oh, here we go. And whoop. And whoop. Just kidding. And here we go. Just kidding. So we can see that play anim is not latent.
Right.
Okay? So that's what I wanted to show, but we see everything is working good. The animation is indeed taking place. So let's go ahead and exit out of this, come back over into UnrealEd, and take a look at how we can fix some of these problems. So the first problem we want to fix is the growth problem. So we'll simply select her, and we'll come all the way down to Unreal Pawn, down a little bit further, and we have two things down here. We've got no default inventory, and we've got our required equipment. Right now we've got a required equipment of an assault rifle and a shield gun. We could simply empty these out, or we could say no default inventory, true.
Yeah.
Okay, and that's the easiest way. So now we just fixed the growth problem. How do we go about fixing the pose problem? Well, let's go ahead and come back over here to the animations browser, and inside the animations browser, kick, this is where we want her to begin. This is the pose that she needs to be in. But right now the pose, bink, is that one. So can you see the snap? So here's where she is now. As soon as I hit the trigger, ding, that's what she did.
Right.
So what I need to do is I need to play one frame of kickstart. If I play this, and then we start this, look at the snap. There is none.
Right.
Okay. So let's go ahead and come back over here to our Unreal Scripted. As soon as we can grab it, there we go. So our Unreal Scripted Sequence actor, and let's come back up here, and let's go ahead and close out Advanced up here, just to keep things kind of nice and clean. Open up our actions list, and before I wait for anything, I want to go ahead and insert a new action, and in this new action, what I want to do is go ahead and play an animation, and the animation that I want to play is, take a guess.
Kickstart maybe?
You're so good.
I know.
Start, even if your little sound effects are weak. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay, so kickstart, and everything else here is good. And this, again, this will play. And then we're going to come down here and we're going to wait for event, but we have a problem right now, don't we, Joel?
Yes, we do.
What's the problem?
I don't know.
Okay, that's a fair answer. The problem is, when I get in there, as a matter of fact, let's just take a look. This is definitely interesting, I think. Interesting enough that we should take a look real fast, because this is another area that beginners will get themselves into trouble and not realize it. Watch this. This is very interesting. She's not going to do anything.
Play.
Joel just gave me a great look. Kind of like the look he gave me a minute ago when I told him that we weren't recording audio. There, that just went down in history. So there she is. Her pose has been fixed. Her growth has been corrected. It's been removed. No gun.
No growth.
And let's go and stand on the trigger. Check that out. I was right. She's doing nothing. Let's look at the logic. You see it yet, Joel?
I think I do.
This is tricky.
It's never triggered. So we're not waiting for an event.
Oh, the trigger does hit.
Right.
Well, watch this. We basically play the one frame of animation. Then we stop because we're waiting for the broadcast. Then I come down there and I step on the trigger, broadcast out. So it's like, okay, thank you very much. It falls through to the play anim, and on the play anim, she starts to do her kick cycle. But this all happens in what, one clock cycle?
Right. Oh,
so it falls through to go to action, jumps back up here to 0,
right,
re-triggering her one frame of animation, falling through to wait for
gotcha.
event. She never moves. Be careful of stuff like this. I need to come down here to my go-to and tell it, instead of going to 0, what I want it to do is go up to number 1 so that it's waiting, bing, like such. So with that, let's go ahead and save and jump back in and make sure everything's looking good. So here we come, almost there. Really, really, aren't you supposed to be saying interesting stuff?
Oh yeah, interesting
stuff.
Wow, look at the shadows.
Okay. Yeah, they look very nice. So there she is. Pose is right. No gun and
no growth.
No growth. And we hit the thing. I did. I double jumped into it. But there you go. And of course we can still bring her back, but that's irrelevant.
Right.
But now we can see that our go-to is indeed working properly.
Nice.
So now she's moving. Alright, so the whole idea of this lesson right here was just to simply show you how we can take our custom content that we had brought into UnrealEd and put it into our map and make it usable, and here it is usable. So this again going back to the whole Matinee idea. This just shows you that, you know, once you start getting into generating your own custom content over in Maya, man, the things you can do. It's just endless.
It's endless.
And so with that, that's going to wrap up this lesson here. And in the next lesson, we'll tie all of this back into Matinee and bring the whole thing to a close.
Sounds good.